Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Brittany, coming to you live from the park. I wanted to be anywhere else besides my room to film this video, so here we are. You're gonna see cars going by, children laughing, birds chirping. So hopefully it won't be too distracting. Hopefully I won't be too distracted looking around as well. Try and keep focused. So yeah, today, just a casual little chat in the park. I felt like just having a little freestyle moment and reminding you all that your words hold so much power and so much weight to them. So choose them wisely, choose them with intention, choose empowering words, and choose positive words, and your life will start to change and shift around you. So I wanted to share some good things and some recent manifestations that have happened due to me staying consistent with my affirmations every single morning when I wake up, and the power that my words hold and how quickly things have been happening. So the first thing that I want to share is on a Monday, I told one of my best friends that I wanted to meet a photographer to take some photos with, because I used to be a model in Portland. I don't currently have an agency here in California, but I'm still, following all my model friends, and they are posting these amazing photos and all the jobs that they're doing, so it's making me miss it a lot. So I tell her I would love to meet a photographer and just get behind the camera and have fun and play. And so yes, I tell her this on a Monday, and then on Tuesday I come into work and we hired a new girl and we're just chit-chatting, getting to know each other, and she goes, yeah, and I'm a freelance photographer. And I'm like, yes you are. So awesome. And the other cool thing was she was actually into Abraham Hicks and has read her books and knows about her. Like, I'm really into Abraham Hicks, so we connected on that too. It's just so cool. So hey, Sydney, shout out to you, girl. But that was like this. I was like, okay, legit. The next one I'm going to share is not a positive one, but just reinforcing the power of our words, right? So this is very random, but my pinky was swelling for a week, and I don't know what happened. I don't know if I got bit by something. It was swelling, it hurt, and I was like, what do I do? And so I made an appointment with the doctor. It was going to be $140. So the day of, I was just thinking, I don't want this appointment. Like, I don't want to spend $140 for them to tell me, like, take Advil. You know what I mean? I don't have very good experiences with doctors and them just like pushing drugs on me and shooing me out the door. That's just my experience, so I don't like really trust or like Western medicine. So I'm telling my roommate over and over, I'm like, I don't want this appointment. I don't want to go. This is wasting my time, wasting my money. And sure enough, I show up and I'm 4 minutes late looking for parking. They only have street parking, so it's a little difficult. So I walk in 4 minutes late, and the lady's like, oh, we're gonna see if you can maybe come back later. And I was like, whoa, is the doctor ready now? Because when you show up at the doctor and you're always waiting 10 to 15 minutes, they're never on time. So she's like, well, you have paperwork to fill out. I'm like, awesome, I can start filling it out now, no problem, I'm pretty quick. And she's like, let me just see what we have later. And she's slowly looking, and I'm looking at her like, can I start filling out the paperwork? And it was just weird. She just reiterated what she said, like, oh, you have paperwork to fill out, so it looks like we won't be able to see you until 12:30. And it was 10 o'clock at the time. I had stuff to do later on in the day. I'm like, clearly me talking so much shit about this appointment earlier on in the day manifested this happening, so I'm gonna leave. Thank you. And I left. Side note, my pinky is better now. It just strange, I don't know. So that is another thing that happened. And then the next thing that I want to share is that I got a raise, and I feel a little strange sharing this. but I'm working through money prosperity and all of that, and on this like healing journey to heal any blockages with money. So I'm just saying it, I'm declaring it. I got a raise. I'm so excited. And I did ask for this raise though. So about a few weeks ago, last month sometime, I did ask my boss, and I didn't really like my delivery of it. I thought it was a little messy. I thought I could have prepared a little better to make my case of why I deserve a raise. It was a good learning experience though. And he just said, okay, I'll think about it, and kind of dropped it. And I was just thinking like, I kind of flopped that. But regardless, I kept saying to myself, good job, congratulations on the raise, more money is coming in. And yeah, last week, randomly, they were like, oh yeah, by the way, on your next check, you'll see that raise. So I was like, yes, yes. So money is coming in. I'm feeling really excited about it. I feel also like, I don't know if you ever get this feeling like when you're really close to a new reality or something happening, that's just what it feels like. I feel like something is on the way, or I don't even know if it's like this other dimension of Brittany and the success and everything that she's experienced is like right next to me. I'm sure they have movies about this, you know what I mean? When say, and I don't know if you ever think about this, but say you're given a question and it's a yes or no answer, and you in this reality say yes. But what if in another reality, Brittany says no? And then she starts living that course and going off on all of those possibilities, and all of these different, you know, dimensions and lives are happening, different versions. I don't know. There definitely is a movie about this, or a show. I can't remember what it's called, but I think about those things sometimes. Okay, and the other thing that I want to share is, it's kind of silly, but so I have multiple jobs, and one of them is at a restaurant. It's very social. I see couples come in all the time, and as a single gal, sometimes I look around and I'm like, okay, I kind of miss partnership. Like, that would be nice to be held by somebody. Yeah, so I was just thinking about it and started to feel a little lonely, but instead of going further into those feelings of lack and loneliness, I started telling myself, I'm like, Brittany, you are beautiful, you are gorgeous, you are going to make someone so happy, and everything's gonna work out for you, girl. Just hold on. You radiate such a positive light. People want to be around you. You're desired. Just going through all these different really good feeling, intentional, positive affirmations. Then all of a sudden, literally within a couple days of me telling myself that to soothe that loneliness, I'm driving and this guy is honking at me like crazy, and I finally look over like, what? And he's like, you are so beautiful. I was like, thank you. Thank you. That okay. And drives away. That was it. The same day at work, this lady, at the end of my shift, I'm just eating my food, and she comes up to me and she's like, look at all you got going on. You got it, girl. You're so beautiful. And I was like, thank you. That is so sweet. And then actually within that same day too, I forgot, before I got to work, I was at the mall returning something and getting back into my car, and this guy rolls up and says, hey, and I look over and I'm like, yes, and he's like, come over here, and I'm like, okay, I have stuff to do, sir, and first of all, I don't like to be beckoned like that. Like, who are you? So he parks his car in the middle of everything. Like, people are behind him trying to park in this parking structure. He doesn't care. He leaves his car, walks over to me, and he's like, I'm so-and-so, da-da-da. And I was just like, Jesus. Like, okay, universe, like, you hear my words, I get it. But I know, again, I kind of feel silly sharing that, but it just reinforces, like, where your attention goes, energy flows. You've heard the saying, we all know it. It is true. It is so true. So if you are thinking negative things, like if you think, the world is garbage, everyone around you sucks, like bad things are happening always. If you have those beliefs and stories that you're telling yourself often, life is going to reflect that to you. The universe just wants to show you what you're calling forth and what your energy is, because as an energetic being, we know we attract what we put out into the world. So I'm just trying to beat the nail on the head, like really nail it into your head that this stuff is important, and if used correctly and intentionally, amazing freaking things will happen. Okay, and a couple more things that I want to share is, so there was a moment last week, or was it this week? No, last week, where I was feeling a little down. I didn't know, like, if I was feeling, you know, am I in the right place? Am I doing enough with my life? Is this YouTube stuff going to work out? Like, all of these questions, and feeling a little lost. And then on top of that, feeling lonely from like seeing people around. And I get this message from a stranger on Instagram. I've never talked to this person in my life, and they sent me a message and said, I don't know what you're going through, but just hold on, stay confident, stay true to yourself, keep going, and you're worth waiting for. And I'm like, those are just such specific words to hear and to hit at that moment in time when I'm feeling all of those things. Like, it brought tears to my eyes. I'm like, the universe has my back. It really does. So there's really no reason to stress, to worry, to have anxiety about what's going to happen, because everything happens really in divine timing, and what is meant for you will be for you. And to elevate and expand your soul and all of the lessons that you learn within this lifetime, it's all for you. It's all good. It really is all good. And when you just sit back and trust, that's also a key thing to this stuff as well. You just sit back, trust, enjoy life. I live very lightheartedly. I don't take things extremely serious. Like, we are all our own biggest critics, but ultimately I don't. Oh my God, is that a mosquito? Ew. Spring is here. Yeah, ultimately I live my life very lightheartedly and just try and enjoy, because it's a short trip. Why not enjoy every second of it, even the bad stuff? Like, can you think of how many times that you were upset or like really uncomfortable in a situation, and then later, like a week later, or even, you know, less time, you look back and you just laugh at yourself. You're like, yeah, I was so unhappy then, and now I'm not. Life has rhythms, life has seasons, life has cycles. Roll with it, honey. Everything is going to work itself out. Trust, 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 trust. And I want to share a little life synchronicity with you, which was really cool. Actually, I wanted to film this video somewhere else. It was a little path next to a river by my apartment, and this guy walks up, and I'm fidgeting with my camera and my tripod, and he's like, hey, do you need any help? And I say, no, I'm good. And he's like, oh, what are you filming for? And I tell him my YouTube channel, and he just starts like sharing his life story with me, and I start sharing my life travels and experiences with him, and we talk for probably an hour. I'm pretty sure, yeah, we talked for an hour. And it was such a nice conversation. He ends up saying, yeah, I'm actually into music, and I've been really wanting to meet someone to collaborate with to make tracks of affirmation and music together, because I don't see a lot of that happening. And I was like, I just made an affirmation video last week, but I use this royalty-free music, so if you want to collaborate. And he's like, yeah, or if you just like want a friend to bounce ideas off of. And I was like, cool. Like, how sweet. How sweet and nice. That experience was. Shout out to Ambrosia. Nice to meet you. Awesome name too. Okay, I think that's all I wanted to share today. I hope you enjoyed this lovely chat in the park. I did. I am barefoot, sitting in the grass, grounding, feeling good, trying not to touch any bees. I hope you have a wonderful week and stay consistent with your affirmations until you start to believe them, and then you will see life reflecting good things back to you. I'm sending you so much love and good feelings. Okay, I'll see you next week.